So yeah, hi and welcome. As you have saw the preview, it is completely a to-do app which I have created for our own sake. So in the same case, we can create a to-do application. So this is the first project where you can start as a beginner by using the HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Yeah. So let's start by the HTML. Okay. So we can start it by giving the section. It is a class, so that we can give a class name as a container. So after each and every tag which we are going to use, we need to close the tag. So in the section itself, we are going to write the whole code itself. Okay. So we are keeping our own heading of this application. So again, we need to close the heading. After that, we are going to start the div class and we need to create a new task in it. After that, we are going to start a label where, so whatever the new task which we have created, okay, there is a mistake here. Yeah. So when we are starting a label, so a label defining a particular movement to be happen. So here the label which we are going to use is a new task. So whatever the new task which we are going to assign it here. Okay. Then after, so what is the new task name which we are going to give? It is add task. Okay. So this is the label which we are going to create. You can see the output itself, right? Yeah. So we have closed the label tag also. Then after, we are going to start the input. So whatever the input which we are going in that particular task. So you can see the box that has been initiated in the output, right? So that is the use of having the input type itself. So whatever the text, the type of using this box, so whatever the format which we are giving in it, it is completely the text format, right? So just we are entering it as a text format which I am going to use. After that, so the ID which we are using here, so the label is a new task, so we are assigning all the things in the new task itself. Okay. After that, so again we are going to have a button. So when we are entering some input itself, it need to be submitted when we are clicking a button, right? So there we are having a button. For that button, we are going to have a ID. So we are keeping a ID that is called as a add task. Okay. Yeah. So we have kept the identity itself. After that, we need to close the button and we need to add the name of that particular button. So we are going to add the name of the button as add task. Perfect. So then we are closing the button tag. Perfect. So this is the div function which we have completed for now. Now we are going to start with the second topic itself. So when you are writing some article or a blog, how you take a simulations, like when you are having a introduction, so that will be your first paragraph. After that, so what are the elements that you are going to handle, so what are the topics or what are the keywords which you are going to handle, you are going to discuss in the second para. So you are going to have it in a para wise, right? So in the similar way, the HTML, you are going to have each and every topic in a div. So by using a particular functionality, we are going to handle each and every process in a step by step. So next we are going to start the div class, where we are going to keep the identity name, that is the class name. So we are going to keep the to-do class, the to-do list. So just we are going to keep the to-do list as a box format. So just we are initiating it. After that, we are going to keep the heading for this. So we need to see it, right? So whatever the input which we are giving, we are taking it in the form of h2. So we have took the application name itself as a to do app, right? So that is the H1 where you can see it in a the font size will be maximum. So when you are taking the H2 itself, it will be somewhat less compared to H1. So in the H2 tag we have kept the incomplete tasks. So first you are going to see the incomplete tasks. After that you are, so whatever the task which you are going to add, you can see them in the incomplete list. When you are clicking the checkbox itself, you are going to see it in the completed tasks, where in that completed task we are going to add a delete button so that we can delete when we have, as we have completed the task. So we need to close this heading. After that, so we are starting with the list. So in the preview, as you have saw, it is in the incomplete tasks you are going to see a list, right? So here we are going to start defining that particular list. Okay, so we have started the list itself. You can see the output where we are starting with the input type itself. So whatever the input type which we are using, so we have created a particular checkbox, right? So that is the input type. So when we are taking a particular input type, so you can see we have used the input type text, right? So in the 5th line, so whatever the box which we have created at the add task, it takes only the text format and it will show you the output. So in the similar way, here you have created the input type as a checkbox so that you can see a checkbox in the output. Clear? So just how we are initiating it ourselves, we can define it in the code itself. That's it. First we need to understand what we are going to create. So just we have created a task name and we need to close the label. After that we are going to close the list. Perfect. So you can see, right, we have created the first task itself. Perfect. Now in the similar way, we are going to create total of 3. So first one we have created, so just we are going to copy it and we are going to paste it in the next 2 lines. Okay. Yeah, you can see, right, the 3 text boxes have been created. Perfect. So now we have completed the task with the to-do list. It means the whatever the incomplete task list has been completed. So just you can close your div tag which you have created. Okay, fine. Yeah. So now we are going to start creating our completed tasks. So we have created the incomplete tasks, right? So now we are going to create the incomplete tasks, the completed tasks, sorry. So it is also the same way, but we need to change the class name and whatever the text we need to have, we want to modify it. And here we have added the 3 task names, right? So in the completed task, just we are going only at 1 task name and also a delete button. That's it. Okay. Yeah. So let's start with the complete tasks. So this is related to the complete task. Yeah. So we need to close it. After that, we are going to give a heading. That is completed tasks. We need to close our heading. After that, so whatever the list we are going to entitle, we are starting it. So first we need to define, okay, I am giving the list by giving the UL. Then we can define all the list which we are going to create. So just we are giving the name, that is the task name. After that we need a button. So what is the button which we need? It is a delete button, right? So we have created a delete. We need to close the button tag, and after that, so what is the button name which we have to? We have written it. We have closed the button tag, and then we have closed the list itself. Perfect. You can see, right, the task name, and also we have the delete button. Perfect. So we are also closing the UI. So we have completed with the completed tasks also. So at the final step you need to close the div tag. Done. So whatever the tasks which you have completed, this is the complete container which you have to end the heading, that is the to do app, and we have added the task. So first you need to know what you need to add it here, right? For that reason we have created a add new task. Okay, so just we have kept add task and add task, right? So we can modify it as add new task, so it will be looking good. So whatever the task which you have added, you need to add somewhat new task, so that whatever the list which you are going to complete, you are going to add it step by step. Okay, perfect. So it is not looking good when you are having only the HTML, right? For that reason we are going to start with the CSS.